Welcome to another informational video on our great sponsor here at Trader TV Live, Day Trade the World. An absolutely excellent topic to be discussed today, and a very important one, regardless of whether you are looking to own and operate a trading floor or if you're on the trading side. If you're a trader, we're talking about routine and trader preparation today. We have partner recruitment specialist Bilal joining us once again to discuss this. As I said, Bilal, a really great topic today. I'm going to pass you off to Neal so we can jump right into things.
Thank you.
Hi, Bilal. Good to see you as always. Important topic that we're talking about here today, like trader preparation. You know, it's just one of those things that we've talked about lots of times on the live show, and I'm sure you guys get a lot of questions about it as well.
Sure. Good to see you, Neal. I mean, it's a very common thing. I mean, that building a routine helps you to get success in your life. I mean, no matter if it's a student life or professional life or whatever. So if we bring this thing into trading, what type of routines successful traders normally build?
Yeah, it's an important question, and we're starting with the traders is, I think, the right way to go, because people, it's like, how do you start your day? It's sort of obvious, like, to most people. It's like, okay, so I want to find something that's moving, and I want to come in and understand what's going on. But we always take a little bit of a slower approach, and it's start with you sit down. What has the market done overnight, right? So find your resources in terms of what the Asian markets do. Just get that base level of research overall, and I'll get into some resources for that a little bit later on. From there, we like to find what is actionable. If you're a momentum trader, that means what is moving. You want to find pre-market movers. You want to look at pre-market activity, volume, gappers, things of that nature. You start to build a little bit of a list of the symbols that you're interested in on the live show. That's why we build a watch list every single day. But some other things that you want to make sure that you're going to do is, plan your trades out, fine. But because the Day Trade the World has that MPP system, Day Trade the World traders, I always say, check your previous performance as well. Like, how has your week been going? What strategies have been working for you? What is my risk level at? Because the Day Trader World, it does fluctuate. So for a retail trader, that can be knowing where your account is at. Where do you stand? Are there any things that you have to be concerned about from a risk standpoint? So all of those things are things that you really, really need to be able to do every single morning for a trader before you make any trades.
Nice. And what tools and resources Day Trade the World offer that can help to reinforce these routines, Neal?
Yeah, and the main resource is going to be TIP, the Trader Information Portal. And I'll tell you, they put it right in your face, because when I log in, or any trader across Day Trade the World logs into PPRO 8, automatically TIP comes up. I'm telling you, you have no choice about it. It pops right in, and it's important that it does, because you're going to get morning reports in here. There'll be interesting notes, like there'll be little things like this, like OTCX, a little bit of note there, a reminder on an S&P rebalance coming at the end of the day. You'll actually get like your short availability comes through here, and there'll even be like daily reports, which will sort of give you a market overview as well. Very, very important every single day to check this one out. Right here, and the best part about it is you have links to an economic calendar, an exchange holiday, so you don't get caught wondering why you can't put orders out in the TSX when the Canadian market is closed. Trust me, I've been there before, like 2 or 3 times. I'm like, why is there no quote? Yeah, that's right, because it's a holiday. But exchange holiday is there for you. Research as well. Trader alerts, an important one. Are there changes in the system, fee changes, those types of things? So you're always checking it out. And of course, the wiki. If you want to understand it's something about a new version you're trading in that particular day. So it's important to go through this in addition to just finding your other economic resources that you might have on your own, whether it's watch lists like ours that you watch out for, or whether you have pre-market screeners that you like. Make sure TIP is part of that as well. And it's a fantastic resource that just pops right in front of your face right when you log in below.
Okay. And what about trading floor managers? Is it important for them as well to have routine?
On some levels, it can be, I'd say, almost more important. Well, I shouldn't say more important. It's just as important. Why it's more important in some level is because people always think of, well, the trader's preparing for the trading day. As a risk manager or a floor manager, until everyone's logged in and trading, all I have to do is watch their risk. No, that's not the way that you want to start doing things. You want to be a little bit more proactive than that. First things first, if traders are going to be looking at what is moving in the market, have some awareness of that as well. If there's a big news event, and a perfect example of this will be, if you have a trader or a group of traders who are trading meme stocks, and let's just say there was big news on AMC. Well, okay, should they know it? Of course they should, but it doesn't hurt for you to be able to have that knowledge as well and then be able to tell those traders about it. So you want to make sure you're up on all the news and important information the same way a trader would be in the things that are going to matter to your market. The second thing you're going to do is always log in immediately into your P-Pro8 Manager software. For a lot of reasons, make sure everything is working. Make sure you're logged into IRC so you have the chat and the support right there locked and loaded and ready to go. Do this well before the open. On the off chance that there are issues, maybe there's a gateway that's down that you want to inform your traders about, so you want to be on that relay chat in the morning so that you have that access. And then go through your traders' results recently the same way they would go through their own. Understand where the risk level's at. What traders are in a slump, what symbols have been good or bad for the floor. That's the kind of thing a manager should do on a daily basis. And you can always reinforce that with one-on-one meetings in the morning or group meetings in the morning. All these are very, very important for managers to do. I mean, it's easy to say a trader needs to prepare to trade, but it's almost as important that the manager does it because it's not as intuitive that they have things they need to do before the market opens.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, Neal, as you know, Day Trade the World offers lots of direct support to our offices. How should that factor can have an impact on one's routine?
And this is almost, and I alluded to a couple of things here, and this is almost more important. So, you log in early to these systems as a manager, and I mentioned that chat, and it's very, very key because what'll happen is you might get information. If there happens, I'm telling you, if there's one gateway down, just the slightest thing, it doesn't seem like much because here we have, I have like 30 or 40 different hotkeys set up, right? So every gateway out there in the market, I have access to. So if one goes down, and I have 10 different ways I can get shares in say, the New York, if one is down, it's not a huge impact, but it's a big impact if I don't know it. And a lot of times, traders aren't necessarily checking that out. So as a manager, you log into that relay chat, the communication's always going to be there. So if there is something going on, or if there's a fee change that people need to know about, you're seeing the chatter about it, you're making sure you know it as a manager, and you're passing it along to the traders. It's one less thing that they have to worry about. That's why those trade alerts are important. Like I pointed out in tip, and I'm back here showing tip for this reason. I always say traders should be checking this out and knowledgeable about it every single day. Much more important for the manager to do it because the reality is traders aren't going to check this. They're not going to always check their trade alerts. They're not always going to look at their economic calendar. They're not going to look at their exchange holidays. So it's very, very important that managers do that on a daily basis so that they can be that backstop for their traders.
Okay, perfect. These were the most frequently asked questions, that our prospects ask. So I decided to have their answers from you. Thank you so much, Neal.
Absolutely, Paul. And there's one thing I want to throw in there because I kind of forgot to say it, and it's kind of an important one. People talk about economic numbers all the time, and I will tell you this from absolute experience, right? So there was a moment on the floor where there was a lot of traders trading and making money on an intra-listed set of symbols, or at least a couple, dual-listed in Canada and the TSX. That would be affected by a rate change. And no one cares about interest rate changes, and they should in Canada. Usually you talk about the US. And I will never forget when the majority of a trading floor trading heavily in those symbols was completely unaware of a rate decision in Canada, a rate change, which spiked the currency pair, which moved the stocks that they were trading dual listed and caused unnecessary losses in that one moment. And I'll never forget from that moment on, it's like, if you know traders are doing something like that, be aware of it yourself. You can check the calendar, and then if you have to, you just tell the traders, you should have known this, but I'm telling you as a bit of a reminder. And that was from experience because I was a trader when it happened, and I hadn't checked, and I lost a few $1,000s, and I kind of wish that I had thought about, look, it is what it is. It's one of those things you learn from in the future, but the resources are right there when you log in every single morning. It's literally thrown in front of your face so that you don't make those mistakes. This is how it's all about learning from example, and Day Trade the World is built that way. Learn from other people's mistakes so that you don't repeat them in the future. It's being force-fed to you at Day Trade the World below.
Thank you so much. Thanks for all the information that you have shared.
Anytime, well, always a pleasure. Can't wait to see you next time.
Thank you so much. Same here.
Partner recruitment specialist Bilal joining us today, talking a little bit about trader preparation and routine. It is so key and so important, and just another great offering and a great aspect of the group environment here at Day Trade the World. Thanks so much, Bilal. We'll speak again soon.
My pleasure.
There we go, guys. A look at another key benefit of not only trading on a trading floor here at Day Trade the World, but owning and operating one of your own. Let's go to Valeria.
Hey, Neal and Bilal, thank you for sharing this helpful information. Dear viewers, please subscribe to this channel to see more informative videos.